What's going on, Vol fans? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes? That's right, we're back. The inventor of the Icky Shuffle. That's right, it's me, Bobby C, aka Catfish, and legendary football player and my competitor in the Bobby versus Billy video series, VFL number 40, Billy Ratliff. How you doing, Billy?
I'm great, man. How about yourself, man? It's been a while. Well, it's been a week.
It's been a week. We're starting to get on schedule. We still haven't nailed down our time yet, but we're going to. I'm gonna be back in Knoxville Sunday, probably Sunday night. Hope you hadn't changed the locks on the doors or anything, because they're probably gonna be late. And so we got Matt Dummett over here. Somehow we got disconnected on our call-in show. What happened?
Thank you for calling Call-in Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show number. Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
There we go. We got it
Welcome,
back open.
host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-in Studio web interface.
Good deal. All right. I don't know. I must have hit the wrong button when I was picking up my phone. We got the call board open. Do you remember the number, Billy?
Oh, man.
Don't look at the screen.
Number.
Don't look at the screen. What's the number? Tell everybody the Blue Water Climate Control hotline number.
Bobby, I don't know the number, Bobby. Keep throwing me on the spot.
You used to,
I don't
brag
numbers.
about. You told me he was like the king of remembering numbers. 865
424-1342.
Yeah, you was looking.
I don't know where to look for that. Where's it at?
Oh, you was looking. Well, I'm proud of you if you really did remember it. Hey, we got some good ideas for the Bobby and versus Billy videos coming up.
I'm waiting on the next one.
We're going to go to main event. I put in a call to the manager and say, hey, look, we got a legendary football player and a legendary former truck driver wants to do some videos and see if they can compass some air hockey and some bowling and free throw shooting. There was a couple of decent games over. It looks like your video's froze, Billy. Your video frozen. Where'd Billy go? Don't tell me he's going to crap out on me. Where you at, Billy? This show's off to a very, very bad start. Maybe he'll come back. But we're working on Bobby versus Billy's videos. We need some ideas. Put them in the comments section. And don't forget. There you go. I said I called main event and left a message with the manager and told him there was a legendary football player, Billy Ratliff, and a legendary truck driver. They made a movie about me, Smoking the Bandit, and wanted to come do some videos at their establishment. And hopefully they'll compass some air hockey, some free throws. What else? What other games? And bowling. What other games they have at the main event that you think in your delusional mind that you could hang with me on? Free throws, I know you can't hang with me on them.
Let's see. I think they had the cups where you throw the ball in it, the red solo cups.
Oh, that one's hard. You can probably beat me on that one. But air hockey, that's going to be the next one, and bowling. And then I'm going to get them to comp that to us and compass some food, like a big old pizza.
Yeah, you get pizza. I'm going to get a steak.
Well, whatever. No, you won't. You'll get broccoli. Let's see what's going on over here. We'll take some calls if anybody wants to call in. Dub is over here. What's up, y'all? I need to get with Dub. He wants to help us with some raffling stuff. I've just been so busy, Dub. I'm up here in Missouri with my son Sam, the namesake of hashtag Sam Strong, and he wasn't doing too good today. His numbers are way down, and they're going to try to give him some vitamins and whatnot. B Hunter is here. He said, "What's up, guys?" What do we got going on Facebook? I haven't even looked.
Let's see here. We have over here on Facebook. And got my man Mike Rubrugi over here. He said, goes Vols. Steve L. Davis
What we got
Jr.
going
Good
on
evening, Bobby and
Facebook?
Billy. What's going on, Stevie? Norma Betty said, go be orange. Jared Brackett, he's over here. Vols, let's sweep Kentucky Saturday. I think we can do that.
Oh,
Kentucky, they, I don't know, man. They just, I don't know what has happened to that program. They're not the same Kentucky that has all the 5 stars and all that, and the one and done players for some reason.
Kentucky, I don't know, man. They just.
I keep hitting.
Mike said, I bet both of y'all in air hockey.
Kentucky has all the 5 stars.
Well, you can bet all you want. I'll just take your money. That's all it is.
Henry Riddle, he says, doing my taxes, but I'm calling in as soon as I get home, guys.
That's right. He promised. He promised us, Billy, he was calling in this week.
Okay, well, hey, I can't wait to get the call. I actually like the call-in show. I've always wanted I didn't never want to get rid of it.
It was just a lot going on, and I was trying to do a lot of different things with OBS, and now that we've got everything situated, and most of our shows were in the same room anyway, so that eliminates a lot of internet need. But I was fortunate enough to have somebody here in Missouri let me use their internet, so I got that all situated.
Let's see. And Troy Cochran, he said, what do y'all think of this new coaching staff? I like it.
Why do you like it, Billy?
Because we have a lot of coaches nobody know about.
Okay, I'm listening.
And I like the fact that these coaches can, they make their own name brands and become who they want to be and not what we want them to be.
Okay.
Because we sure didn't get any hire that anybody wanted. Well, except for me, I got an offensive-minded coach.
That's true. That's true.
And I got a defensive line coach.
Yep.
I don't know about the offensive line coach. I don't know. I'm waiting and praying that we have spring football, because it is going to be huge for these kids.
Well, I don't see any reason why we can't have spring football.
They'll find a way. That's like they did last year. I mean, I don't understand why they didn't last year, because nothing changed.
Oh, we got a comment on YouTube's, Billy.
What's that?
I don't know if I can even read it, because you'd probably beat me on it, and you'd probably want me to do it just so for the comedic value of it. It wouldn't be funny to me, but it would be funny to everybody else, and more importantly, it'd be funny to you. B Hunter over here says, I got a challenge. Do the 1-chip challenge. First one to take a drink loses.
Well, you're going to win that one regardless, because I'm not touching it. I've had enough spicy stuff throughout my life, and I like having not to go to the bathroom twice.
Yeah.
So I'm not dealing with that spicy thing. I don't see how people can do it, man, especially when they've seen so many people drop to their knees, drink gallons of milk. When I saw Shaquille O'Neal drop to his knees and start crying, I was like,
yeah.
No, you won't get me with that chip.
Have you seen Ebo's brother do his about 6 months ago? Wayne?
I was just about to say,
he was crying.
I saw Pun do it, and I said, yeah, that chip is real.
You could feel the pain he was feeling just by watching the video. You could feel it. But now's the time to do it. It was when I got to Missouri, it was 15 below zero real temperature. And then it was like 10 below, and then it got to 0 the next day. So that'd warm you up. Something else will warm you up is when your heat isn't working, the last thing you want to do is spend time waiting on the phone. Go to bluewaterclimatecontrol.com and dispatch your own technician. It's easy and convenient. There's no dispatch and service fee with repair. Same day booking available 7 days a week. Pick the day and time that fits your busy schedule. Go to bluewaterclimatecontrol.com and click dispatch and get a confirmation text and a text when the technician is on the way. Can't beat that with a wooden stick. Why do we keep dropping
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, because I heard it drop again. Let's see. We got some. Let's see. We got some more comments over here.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go through Zoom, and then I'll just have to resize everything. Read some comments, answer some questions, buy me some time.
Robin Corby said, "Hey, Bobby, how about those Lady Vols? They played with their heart last night.
They sure did.
They did. They played a great game, and I'm gonna tell you this here. Like, a lot of people called that an upset. I don't think it was an upset. You know, I mean, these girls have been playing great all season long.
The Coleman Studio web interface.
All the good teams, and what they don't do well is what they did last night was finish. They don't finish the game. You know, they'll be up, in the fourth quarter, and they let these teams come back and win. You know, whether if it was a good team, bad team, that's where they've been losing it, is the fourth quarter. And for the first time against a highly ranked team like South Carolina, they finished. And that's the one thing. If this team continues to finish in the fourth quarter, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah. And Alexis Hornbuckle, former Lady Vol legend, 2 national championships, and Maria did a post-game show. They're doing their weekly show on Wednesday night. They do a great show. They get a crowd over there. We're starting to get excited about Lady Vol basketball again. And you know what I'm getting excited about? Giving away that canvas behind you. I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. It's a 6 foot wide by 32 inch tall canvas of Neyland Stadium. Nice. It was give to us. Got it from Hound Dogs, but we hung it up on the wall so everybody can see it. So it's used, but it's used in a legendary football player's house. Should add value to it. And there's ways to win that. We're going to give that away before the first game of the season. I'm going to leave this up here for a little while. Let it cover up my ugly mug. There's lots of ways to win. Follow us on Twitter. We're going to draw from one of the following things. I'm going to give you all the chances, all the ways you can increase your chances to win that canvas. And we got a nice UT lamp and a barrel for the wall. Got a lot of prizes we're going to give away. We're going to give away a free double-decker backpack to all the callers that call in, but you have to email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com that you were the caller. But here's the ways. Follow us on Twitter at Vols Roadshow. Retweets one of our tweets. Is that what they call? Are they called tweets? They're tweets, aren't they? Yeah, they're retweet. I just heard that.
That's term. What it is. Tweet.
Like a tweet. Retweet a tweet. Mention us in a tweet. Follow us on both of our pages. Volunteer Roadshow, which most of you are probably watching on Facebook right now. We have another Facebook page we're going to start working on doing some different types of content called Roadshow Locker Room. Like and comment and share any post or video. Share this video right now. Tell all your friends. There's this legendary former truck driver that you watch on the TVs. Subscribe to Volunteer Roadshow YouTube channel, our main channel, and then we've got a live channel called Roadshow Locker Room. That's where we're doing all our live streaming on YouTube. We may be streaming on both YouTube channels here next Friday. So you may be getting some notifications. Comment in the live chat of a YouTube channel, of a live show, any live show. It could be our show. It could be Jeff Coleman's Cold World podcast. It could be on the Buck and 2MC show, the post-game show, anything. Just comment, share. Those are all the ways you can put your name in the hat to win that. And I've got a kind of a convoluted way of how I'm going to pick it. I'm going to put all those ways that you can win. There's going to be 2 drawings. First off, we're going to draw, put in a hat, like subscriber to YouTube's, comment on a post. All these different ways I just mentioned, we're going to put that in the hat. We're going to draw that out. And then I'm going to have an unbiased party, third party, go through and pick out a name. That's how we're going to draw it. Oh, I forgot. There's other ways to win. Why didn't I mention this? You can buy something from our store on volunteerroadshow.com. That's a way to win. Join the profile. Start a profile on volunteerroadshow.com. So there's lots of ways to win. But anyway, I was looking through the. We got a caller on hold. We'll get right to you, caller, here in just a second. But I was looking through the news, and we got this quarterback coach called Joey Housel. He was a quarterback at Oklahoma, it looks like.
Hmm.
And not only that, I don't know how good he is. It looks like he was at UCF with Josh. But I knew this, but it just didn't dawn on me. And I want to know if this has anything to do with why we hired Josh. Josh was a quarterback.
Yes.
And you mentioned that, and that didn't dawn on either one of us till right before the show.
Mm-hmm.
He had a coaching staff. Let's see if I get all the names here. The offensive, I just went through it here just a minute ago. All right. Cody Burns, wide receivers coach. Never heard the name before in my life. You may have, but I haven't. Glenn Ellerby, offensive line coach. Alex Golish, offensive coordinator, tight ends. And then we just mentioned the quarterback coach, Joey Housel, and Jerry Mack, running back coach. Have you heard of any of those names, Billy?
No.
I hadn't either.
And that's what I like.
Really? Well, I don't know.
I mean, I just like the fact that, like I said, I mean, these guys get to make their own platform. They get to create their own legacies at a school like Tennessee. It's a brand that, everybody has given up on, and these coaches, have an opportunity to resurrect the Volunteers, to get them back to a national level of playing and competing within the SEC. And this is the perfect spot for those guys to do it. And it's their chance to do it. And if they could do it like the head coach said he think he can, this job is going to be a very high-paying job in the future, like it is already now. People keep saying that Tennessee is not a great place to come. And I understand the situations that's going on, especially with, the sanctions that are coming. But I really don't think the sanctions is going to be that bad. I think it's going to be a slap on the wrist, because if it was really that bad, we've known something by now.
Yeah. Well, let's get this caller. Looks like Todd. Todd is calling in, and you can call the Blue Water Climate Control hotline at 865-424-1342. And I want to hear some people call in and try to talk some sense into Billy on taking me one-on-one in the Bobby versus Billy contest, or give us some ideas. Call in and tell us. But what you got, Todd?
Actually, it's Trevor, but
I read it wrong.
It's all right. No big deal. How y'all doing tonight?
I mean, you can't be butchering our callers' names already, man.
I'm just telling you what it says.
It's all right, man. It's all good. Y'all having a good evening?
Oh, yes, sir. How about you?
How about yourself?
Doing well. I just, I hadn't called in a while. My name's Trevor. I'm actually a buddy of Diamond's. Diamond Stewart, you know him.
Oh,
Billy.
Yeah, we know him. He likes to flap his gums about them damn old Gators. I know him.
We know.
Yeah. He's a Gators fan for whatever reason. I don't know. Is he from Florida, Billy?
Actually, I think because he went to Kennesaw State in Georgia.
Yeah, that's why I've always given him. I never have asked him why in the world he was a Florida fan. But anyway, I was going to see what you guys think about Heupel. I'm like I'm cautiously optimistic because I feel like Tennessee needed to move on from Pruitt. I just think the game is shifting so much towards the offensive side of the ball where it doesn't seem like you're going to get anywhere near winning an SEC championship or a national championship if your offense isn't putting up 40 and 50 points a game against some of the better defenses. So I mean I think I'm positive about the move. It's just like I don't feel like the coaches and including Heupel honestly have got it's just such an unknown commodity. It's like I don't know how to feel about it, but I am positive that he's going to turn it around. And did y'all know about the Ty Simpson commitment that's coming up next Friday?
No, I didn't. Is that when he's announcing?
Yeah, he's supposed to announce next Friday.
Well, that ought to be interesting.
But, if Heupel can land him, because Alabama wants him bad, and he's from Tennessee. So
where's he from?
That's a big.
Where's he
I don't
from?
know what part of Tennessee he's from, but.
Well,
anyway,
I want to add to what you were saying about offenses, and I know this is probably greats against a defensive tackle like Billy or any defensive player, but there used to be the old maximum: defense wins championships, offense wins games. I told Billy the other day, I says, "Are you prepared to admit on record that that's no longer true, and it's offenses that wins championships and beat defenses win games"? Can you admit that, Billy?
Double L.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Hey, not so fast. I'm going to tell you like this here. Defense is still what wins championships. I don't care what nobody says. Because once these defensive coordinators, I don't know what they do in today's world. I don't know if they give these kids scouting reports or whatever, but if I was a defensive coordinator coaching against Alabama wouldn't score 15 points on me because somebody didn't get the memo that they're going to be passing out of play action 95% of the time. They're going to be throwing the ball to the person who's in motion 95% of the time. We do not play man-to-man on a team that's throwing it to the man in motion. We going to play fire zone. Go ask Tampa Bay's coach, how did he stop the number one offense that ever played NFL football?
Well, let's ask you.
He played fire zone. Defense.
Well, I have an opinion on the reason why I think the offensive side of the ball is starting to take over a little bit. It's because they're framing everything towards the offense now. I mean, the rules, you can't tackle anybody like you used. I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't have a targeting rule. I think they probably should, but I think it's just everything is so much harder on the defensive players these days compared to even when you were playing, Billy. Like, you have to think about how you hit somebody now compared to, back in the day, it was just get him to the ground however you can. And, I just feel like everything's just, it's harder, especially on defensive backs. I just think it's starting to shift that way because of the rule changes. I mean, I don't know if y'all would disagree, but that's the way I see it.
I am completely in agreement with you because there's not one rule in college football
I'm positive about
that
the move.
protects one defensive player. Not one. And when they said they was going to protect the kids with all the helmet to helmet, and the one rule they didn't reflect or change was, how can a offensive player still grab a defensive player's face mask and that's just nothing. That's just free ball. That's a helmet.
Yeah.
But if a defensive player accidentally touches a face mask, it's a personal foul.
Yeah. I mean, and I hate to say this, but it feels like to me the reason why things are shifting towards the offense is, number one, I think they see that, I was a defensive player. I was a defensive end. I didn't play anywhere as big as you did, Billy, like Tennessee, but I got hurt, or I was going to play for UTC. But I love defense. I think that I love watching the old Tennessee defenses and the old Alabama. I love watching defense. But I feel like they just know that you get more views at the end of the day with high scoring offenses, and I feel like that's why they're starting to frame the rules towards the offense, because they see they're getting more views, and that's more money. I mean, it's all revolves around money, and it's a business. So I mean, that might just be me being biased about. I'm a defensive guy. I'd like to see the game be played the way it used to be, but it's kind of sad for me in a way, especially being a defensive guy the way I am. But I see it the way it's going, and I just think it was a good hire, given the situation that Tennessee's in right now. But anyway,
I agree. Defense. People, I don't know why the NFL and why it's college football. I think they say it's because of safety, but I don't believe it. I think they want to see points on the board to sell a product. But do you remember the Baltimore Ravens defense and how everybody had to tune in to that Baltimore Ravens defense back in the day when Jamal was on it and all that, and Philadelphia's defense back in the 80s? People wanted to tune in to watch somebody knock somebody's head off.
Yeah, the 85 Bears.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think people like to see good defense.
I go back, especially this past year in 2020. I mean, Billy, I went back and watched, the late 90s Tennessee defenses. It's so much fun when you'll watch Raynoch Thompson just freaking knocking people's blocks off back in the day. And
I used to call him Ray Knock Your Head Off Thompson.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, you can't hit anybody like that anymore. You can't hit people like that anymore. No, and it's sad because I mean, I don't know. It's taken away from the game for me.
Well, one of the biggest images, and I'm pulling it up here right now to show y'all just what he's talking about. This is not Raynoch, but if somebody's been on the Volunteer Roadshow, and I'm gonna pull it up here right now, and it just brings back memories. And when you see it, everybody remembers where they were. Let me get it up here. There we go. Oops, where did it go? Okay, there we go. Oh, I got to size it. There we go. Leonard Little standing over. I'd like to know what he was saying. You were there, Billy, standing over that Auburn player.
You know what he said.
Probably
just imagine what he said.
And I didn't know this. He was a psychology major, so he's probably getting in his head right there, wasn't he? Literally and figuratively.
I think he said night.
Oh, man.
Emo had a big hit against Vanderbilt that everybody remembers. There was a lot of big hits that people were just like that people remember. They're just images in their mind of some big old hits. What's the loudest hit you ever heard somebody hit when you were on the field? What's the biggest hit you saw or heard or what?
Typically, the biggest and hardest hits are on kickoff return, man, because these guys are coming full speed and trying to blow that wedge up. Whew, I'll be feeling sorry for some of those people sometimes. Ask Fred about it next time.
He'll tell you the rules on it.
Yeah. Oh man, that brings back some memories. We need to get back to that. Need to get back to that kind of defense. Tyrone Hines, Bill Duff. Everybody remembers the 4th and 1 on the goal line against Ohio State and him going crazy. Bill Duff was an animal. Torrey Noel was an animal. Fred could hit you. He would knock you out.
Oh, Fred would knock you. Yeah, he did. Fred always.
Fred White was talking on the Cold World podcast how he came in as a cover corner. He was like the Georgia State 100-meter champion, like almost Olympic quality speed. Fred White was, and he said they was going to move into safety. He said, "I'm not going to move to safety," but he hit Jay Graham in practice. He said, and made him fumble the ball, and it said it woke something up inside him, and then he wanted to hit people from then on out.
Yeah, Fred would knock your head off. But of course, I mean, I think the hardest hit or sound that I witnessed was, I want to say it was 1998 when we played Vanderbilt when Eric Westmoreland hit the guy and his back hit the ground first. Boom.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Emo, man, he killed him.
And then Raynock had so many though. It's just gosh, he used to just put people to sleep for his size. He used to bring.
Do y'all remember the Eric Berry hit at Georgia?
No Sean Marino. Oh yeah, you could hear that in the upper deck.
Ooh, hey, that was another big hit there.
I sure do. And Eric Berry had a hit on Tebow too down in the swamp. I think Tebow,
giving up about 5 inches and 100 pounds.
Yeah, and he I mean, pound for pound, if you factored in weight, Eric Berry got the better of him. If you factor in his weight.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, Trevor, I appreciate it. We got another caller on hold. What else you got?
No, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate it. I don't take up too much of y'all's time. I appreciate it. Love the show.
I appreciate it, Trevor. Man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man.
Tell Diamond not to hide after the game this football season. He better not hide from us. All right, we got a caller on hold, but I'm gonna go through and read some YouTubes, and you read some Facebooks, and we'll grab this caller. Let's see. Somebody said I have an extreme close up. Well, I had to because I got to be up by the mic. Sven, my buddy from Germany, he's in here. It's Justin Sanday from Oklahoma. Says hello, Catfish and Billy. Let's see. Dylan, Jesse says Dylan Gabriel put up numbers: 3,570 yards, 32 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Get him to Knoxville. Sounds like a baller to me. One of my favorite Georgia fans. I agree, Billy. The offensive player can push the defensive player's head all the way back using the face mask, and it's no penalty. It ticks me off every time. That's from Kill a Mime, Georgia fan. Well, you're right about that. And what about Derrick Henry on that stiff arm?
See, now he's doing it correctly. He is actually stiff arming. I mean, he's punching him. Get off me. He's not holding him and driving him like it's a stick shift.
I'm not going to read Killer Mine's last comment because that's sacrilegious on this channel. But Chase Talent said, "What's up, Catfish? What's up, Billy?" I'll go ahead and read it. And I think that Herschel Walker should give Bill Bates half his money because that one play made him all that money. He says, how about Herschel Walker ran over Billy Bates, hit Herd round the world. He was off balance, Kill a Mime. He was rocking backwards. That was a big hit, but he got a lot of mileage off of it. Sven wants to know, I guess he hadn't been watching this, but you can go ahead and reiterate it to everybody who's listening. Are you in on the Josh Heupel hire?
Who, me?
Yeah. Somebody wants to
I
know.
mean, I like it. I mean, I told you. I mean, that's what I wanted was an offensive-minded coach. You know, I mean, as far as him getting the job done, I mean, I can't wait to see. I mean, I hope he does get it done, but I like the hire.
All right, read off some Facebooks, and we'll take this next caller, Bob from North Georgia. I think he calls pretty regular. He called last week. I want some people calling us on the Blue Water Climate Control hotline and telling us what you think the outcome will be of the one-on-one blocking between me and Billy on the Bobby versus Billy video series. We're tied up 2-2, and we need some more ideas on some Bobby versus Billy videos because we're going to start recording this next week. Well, go ahead and read some comments, Billy.
Let's see here. Let's see, where did I leave off at? It's Mark Taylor said the 85 Bears.
Yep. We got to get Mark Taylor an order out. When I get back in town, Mark, we'll get that all signed up for you. He ordered some stuff, and he called in, and he got a free double-decker. You just got to email Bobby C at Volunteer Roadshow, and I'll get that out to you. But what else we got?
Let's see. He also says steel curtain and purple people eaters.
Yep.
Those were the days, man.
Carl Eller.
Oh, man. And then Jenny Van, she said people love watching Reggie White when he was with the Packers. Yes, Reggie was a mean machine on the field.
Yep.
Off the field, you met him, you wouldn't have never thought he was like that on the field.
Was he that quiet when you met him in person when he came to campus? Was he quiet? Did he have a raspy voice, and was he quiet, or did he talk a lot? I've always wondered that.
I mean, he talked. I mean, Reggie, he didn't stop talking. I mean, when you can tell he loved it because when people was around him, it just, that present, it just brought everybody, every good part of you out. It's just, when you have good people like that, it's hard to be negative, and everything he was saying was all positive stuff. Even when he was telling us stories about when, people were, talking mean to him on the field or stuff like that, and he would always have a saying that he would come back with, and he's always said, Jesus is coming. And Reggie, man, he was just good at what he did, man. I mean, I can't even imagine what he would have been like if he would have became like a coach, because the little time that, I spent with him when he was showing me things and telling us stuff on the practice field, and it worked. And that was just him telling us to do it, not actually showing us the correct way how he wanted us to do it. And that was just amazing. I mean, he just had that presence that made you want to be better.
So he didn't actually put his fingers in the dirt, hand in the dirt, and show you all the blocking techniques. He just talked to you.
All he did was tell us what to do. Yeah, it was almost like, think of like when you playing like out in the field with your friends and you're trying to keep the play to yourself, and you basically drawing on his chest and you tell him go inside, outside, or outside in, or bull rush and do this, or club. And there's so many things he would just say, and it always worked. Didn't matter who we told to do it, it worked.
That's amazing. Well, I'm going to grab this call. We'll see what he's got, and we'll be looking for some ideas for Bobby versus Billy videos. But we got Bob from North Georgia. What you got for Billy Ratliff and Catfish?
Catfish, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about you?
How's that phone charger? Do I need to order you one off Amazon?
No, I got it charged. We're going in a different route this time.
All right, so Simpson is from West Georgia, and last time we heard he's 30% Tennessee, 30% Alabama, and about 40% Clemson.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Possible.
Where's he from in Georgia?
Yep. No, West Tennessee.
Oh,
He's
West
from West
Tennessee. Oh, okay.
Simpson.
I thought you said West Georgia. All right. So he's from over there, what,
Yeah,
Jackson or Memphis?
Well, our boy Jason Swain and Ben talk about him almost every morning, so I keep up.
Hey, did you know that Jason Swain is, and I didn't know this, and I know you say I talk too much, Billy, but I'm going to say it anyway. I got to witness them record something for the University of Tennessee with Billy in our studios with Jason Swain for the UT, and that Jason Swain won the annual Billy Ratliff Award. I didn't even know there was an award with you, and I'm living with the guy. I didn't even know there was an award called the Billy Ratliff Award. Too humble. He don't say much about himself. I wish you would, Billy. You got a lot of stories to tell.
Well, let me just tell you something about that award, man, and just what I took out of what this award meant, how I took it, but then when they told me what it meant. I took the award as for being the most hurt player that always come back and just did good. But I didn't want an award for being hurt, man. The one thing about the award that I actually truly loved about it the most was the fact that they spelled my name correctly.
And that's because on some game balls, for those of you watching, they didn't spell it. They never spelled his name right.
I still to this day don't have a game ball with my name on it, man.
With his correct name.
Maybe when I win all these competitions, I win the game ball.
But anyway, what else you got, Bob?
Yeah. What is Billy's opinion of the new defense coordinator hire?
Billy, what's your opinion of the new DC hire?
The DC, I like the hire just because I don't think nobody think the guy can do the job. I mean, he's done good over there at Penn State. I know he had a bad season last year, but who didn't? The problem that the only thing that I have an issue with that can make these coaches look bad their first years because of the fact that we still need players. They still need to get some guys to come in here to compete that they know that they can utilize in their systems. I know a lot of people think, we got a lot of guys over here that have a whole lot of stars. But of course, everybody should know by now, the star system is very overrated. Very overrated.
Oh, yes, it is.
And I wish they will stop promoting stars based off 707 camp, because that's typically where they base them from, where there's, these kids and the parents are sending the kids to spend all this money on these camps to get a rating or a star or something. And I understand it, but once you get to campus, those stars are thrown out. And I know this defensive coordinator, I think the fact that, he's a young guy, that he is ready to compete in the SEC, and he's hungry. We have a whole lot of hungry coaches that are ready to showcase their talents that they can utilize here in the SEC. And I think they'll be okay. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be where we're successful the first year. If we do, I'll take it, but I'm not expecting that because we have a long way to go. We don't have a 20, 25 seniors that are coming back this year that we can say that we have a start at every position, because we don't. We don't even have a quarterback yet. We don't have a center yet. We don't have a middle linebacker. We don't have any of those players. We don't even have what I call a captain. We don't have a leader. We have a long way to go. And I'm hoping these coaches, these new coaches that come in here and make these kids think that they're good, or at least, like I said, think that they're good, even though they may not be. Build them up from a 1-star to a 5-star in their minds, because that's what it takes. Coaching is totally different than being the best player in the world. And I think these coaches will be able to do that if given the time to do it. And I'm hoping everybody don't judge it by the wins and losses this first season, because it's going to be a rocky season.
Yeah, I think it is going to be rocky. I just thought about that the other day. We really don't have a captain, other than, I guess, Harrison Bailey. I guess he could be a captain, but you're talking about the captain mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only way he can do it is if he throw himself out there, speak up, talk up. I'm hoping this quarterback coach teach those kids that. I want my quarterback to be a little cocky. I don't care. I mean, hey, if he's doing the job, he can swing the stick. Let him be the man. I mean, talk, speak. I need somebody to slap somebody on the sideline as a teammate. Get your mind right. I need to see those actions. I don't want to be all this. I'm tired of talk. I'm tired of the coaches talking. I'm tired of the cliches. I'm tired of that. I want to see X's and O's compete.
I agree. All right, Bob, before you go, we got a caller on hold. Let me ask you a question. I want you to be honest. I'm in my 50s, okay? But I'm athletic.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not an athlete, but I'm athletic.
Uh-huh.
Billy's a former athlete. He's had some injuries. He's a little long in the tooth. We're going to have a Bobby versus Billy one-on-one blocking. And before you answer, I've got a little Debbie back there behind me about where the shotgun quarterback would be in the shotgun, and he has to be able to get to that little Debbie. Do you think I can block Billy one-on-one?
That would be a no way, Jose, because Billy's my boy for back in the day.
You think I could at least make him take an extra step or two?
Well, that's if you get a 2-second fast start.
All right, let me add some more information to this. Jarvis Rito, great offensive lineman. He started 3 or 4 years on the national championship, right tackle. He's going to be coaching me before. Does that help me in any way?
Well, no, it won't, because Billy's original OG back in the day when dogs were dogs, and you ain't going to beat that dog.
All right, we got another caller to get to. I thought I could get at least some respect. Appreciate it, Bob.
I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to spice it up a little bit more. I'm going to get my personal trainer, and his name is by the name of Chuck Smith. I don't know if you heard this man before, but I think I'm going to have him train me.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a dog at Atlanta Falcons.
Yep. That's all right. I'm going to have to call up Bill Duff.
Thanks, boys.
All right, see you. Bye. I think I'm going to surprise some people. I know I'm going to surprise some people, but we're going to go to the phones. We got a couple of you on. And you can hear the host show while you're on hold. Can't beat with that. But we got Mike from Greenville. Let's get him up here. He's been waiting 7 minutes. What you got for Catfish and Billy Ratliff? Who do you think would win one-on-one blocking, Mike? Be honest. Do you think I'd at least let him know I was there?
I think you'd have a chance just in your stance, but then it's all over.
Okay. All right, we'll see. That's just giving me motivation. See, I want to hear all these people laugh at me.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm gonna give you
guys, y'all are so great to listen to, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I called this past week. I'll ask Billy. I guess the other caller had said the same thing. I guess you got your new Charger this week, huh?
Yeah, I got one. We're coming in a different way, and it's probably going to crap out on us.
Oh, wow. I guess a couple questions for you guys. I other than your personal vendetta of trying to kill each other or blocking one another, but I think our offense this year should, if they can get this system down, should be able to click. My question would be, well, for both of you, mainly Billy, I guess, since he's the expert on all this, our defense. And I know you have brought this up many times before. And a couple of guys I work with, we brought it up the other day. We need some hosses at the DT position to get some push on the line. And one other question with this, do you think we'll be playing the 4-3 or the 3-4 this year?
Well, you're correct about that, man. We need some horses, man. That defensive line. I think defensive ends are going to be okay. I think we have enough of those guys to be able to compete outside. Defensive tackles is where we're going to be missing. We need some more meat and potatoes down there. We need some guys that could push the pocket. And I think, me personally, with the talent we have over there, I think I would play the 4-3. The 3-4 is a little bit tough. You know, you got to have 4 linebackers that can do a whole lot, man. I mean, I'm talking about covering, rushing the quarterback, and you got to have that one defensive tackle that can play that 0. That has to be a house, and he got to be at least 340 that can move and push the pocket. We don't have that. So 4-3 would be our best option, I think, and just play a multiple defense behind that.
Yeah, that sounds along the lines of what we was all talking about today at work. I mean, I really can't wait. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a season if we can just get the players motivated and, like you were talking before, get us some captains on the field and the sideline and let these guys play ball.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
You are correct.
So I just picked up on something. You said to be a good defensive tackle, you need to have some meat and potatoes and be like 340. You're losing weight. You're on this diet where you're down. We weigh about the same now. So how is that going to help you in this blocking?
Simple. You ever seen the Roadrunner and the Coyote?
Yep.
Technique.
He all every time you heard him do this, he'll look me. That's what I'm gonna be doing to you when I go around you.
Oh, so you say I'm gonna still be in my stance when you go around me? That's what you're saying. I'm taking notes.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be.
All right. We'll see. I like this motivation.
Guys, I'll hang up and listen to y'all. Y'all are a fantastic show, and I appreciate you getting my word in again. I'll be calling next week. Hopefully.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Can't wait to hear you next week. Thanks, Mike.
I appreciate it, guys.
Now, let me get my sound effects. You know, I got my call-in board. I got to get my sound effects all ready. You notice that we haven't had to flush anybody in a while. But I got somebody on hold. I had to get my toilet flush up. Let me let y'all hear what it's going to sound like, because I know he's going to start flapping his gums.
Oh, gosh. I already know who this is. I don't even see the calling board, but I know who you flushing already.
All right. I'm giving you one chance.
Bring him in.
You get lippy with me, I'm flushing you. But what you got?
Dang right, you know who this is, Billy. Of course, you know, everyone knows who this is. Everyone knows who this is.
Everybody, this is what I gave you your nickname several years ago because you was always crying about the refs while y'all lost and this and that, and I started calling you Crying Ryan from Farragut, Tennessee fan. He comes from a Tennessee family. I want y'all to know he hasn't called in a while, but he became a Gators fan when he was a little kid. He's still a little kid. I don't care if you're in college.
Damn.
I don't care. You're a freshman. You're a freshman in college. That's a kid to me. And he picked the Gators because he liked the colors. But go ahead. I'm listening. I got my finger. I'm listening. You better make this call good because I'm flushing you if you don't.
I gotta shake the rest off here. It's been a minute since I've smoked you in a trash talking competition, but we already been new. You know what I've been telling you. Harrison Bailey has an Emory Jones poster in his bedroom because he wants to be like him. He can't move like him. He can't throw like him. He can't lean offense like him. And we're gonna figure that out in this next season. I mean, that's just the basics. Harrison Bailey's not as good as you make him out to be. You make him out to be the next Peyton Manning, and he's not going to be anywhere near that.
Is that all you got? Because you're pretty weak right now. You haven't brought anything. You haven't brought any smoke at all.
I got more for you if you want.
I'm listening.
I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have anyone on your defense that scares me. You got rid of your only best defensive player because you tried to pay him through McDonald's bags. McDonald's bags? Really? That's funny. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He was loving it that day because he got a big paycheck. But guess what? Now he's at Alabama. He's going to terrorize you for the rest of his time in college. And then Eric Gray, does he go to Oklahoma? Don't you play Oklahoma? That's going to be real funny. It's going to be real funny. So you lose your best player on offense, you lose your best player on defense, and now you have no one that's remotely threatening on either side of the ball. And you're sitting over here talking about how good your team's going to be, like you do every offseason, getting your hopes up. Bobby, you need to do some little soul searching and realize that the more you hype up Tennessee, the more disappointed you'll be year after year when they let you down, like they always do.
You know why I haven't flushed you? You know why I haven't?
Why?
Because I think you're funny. You're a comedian.
And nothing's funny about the truth, my guy.
Everybody says I keep disappearing. That's because I'm not in my regular studio. I'm in Missouri, and I got this background going. Supposed to have a green screen up, so I keep going in and out. Before I flush you, freshman, do you getting good grades in college? Are you cheating?
Yeah, I got one last thing to say. Emory Jones for Heisman Trophy.
That's not what I asked you. Are you getting good grades?
That's why I know Emory Jones is getting Heisman Trophy.
There is no way. I bet you everything I've got, Emory Jones doesn't even get invited. I bet he's not even going to be on a list for Heisman Trophy. Anything, anywhere, by anybody. You want to bet?
I mean, you would have made that same bet last year about Kyle Trask, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, see, now you realize.
He'll be
now
good.
you realize. He's been waiting for 3 years for his shot. You don't think he's learned a thing or two? He knows what he's doing.
So is he a sophomore or junior? Did he redshirt a year?
He redshirted.
So he's a sophomore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Sophomore by playing eligibility, junior by class eligibility, I believe.
Yeah. They said last year didn't count.
Yeah, last year didn't count at all. So.
Yeah.
Give me the scouting report. I want to hear it now. You're a Gator fan. You know you went to Farragut. Well, all my family went. I don't know how you ended up being a Gator fan, but give me a scouting report. If you were going to be a Ron Zook, the Kinko Crook, and you were coming to Tennessee, what would you tell us coaches how to prepare for you? What you got for us? What's your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, you need to QB spy almost every play. Emory Jones has been one of the most effective running quarterbacks when we put him in almost all of the nation. Obviously, he doesn't get the snaps to back that up, but whenever we put him in, he always runs and he always averages above, I think, like 70 yards to carry. So now that he's going to be behind the helm, throwing the ball and running the ball, you need to have someone watching him at all times. Our wide receivers are going to be a little worse than last year, losing 3 of our top guys, but we're going to bounce back. We got some big-time playmakers that are pretty young. Be pretty good. And our defensive line, it's always going to be good. Like, I don't remember the last time Florida's defensive line wasn't actually very talented. So watch out for the D-line, and corners should be improved. They couldn't really be worse than last year, honestly. With the whole shoe incident.
Are you over the shoe throwing incident? Are you over it?
No, still not over it. The shoe still hurts. Every time I put on my shoes in the morning,
What do you do? Hit yourself in the head with your own shoe? Is that what you do before you get up?
No, just when I see shoes, dude, it gives me flashbacks.
Oh, you just freak out?
You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't have lost a game. I had such a big bet on that game, and I lost because of a shoe.
Should have took my betting advice, because I think I was right on that game.
Your betting advice is horrible. Billy's betting advice is what I should take. Jeez.
All right, what's your record? I hate to inform you. You've lost a lot of players. Y'all were good last year. I'm going to give you your props. Y'all were good.
I'm gonna miss
Y'all have
Kadarius
lost a
Toney.
lot.
I mean, we lost the left tackle, 3 wide receivers, a running quarterback, cornerback that threw shoes. We lost him. We lost, I think, a safety or 2, and we lost the D tackle.
So, but you think you're going to be better this year?
We're returning the leader on defense. Our young talent that played last year is going to get even better. The only position I honestly think might be worst is wide receivers.
You kind of have to have that.
Emory Jones will be as good as Kyle Trask.
If you don't have those wide receivers, how's he gonna? If he's going to be a running quarterback, everybody's going to key in on him. He has no threat to throw over.
We have good wide receivers. We have good wide receivers. I don't know if they stack up to Trayvon Grimes and Kadarius Toney. And losing Kyle Pitts is big, but we're bringing in Eric Gilbert, so he should honestly be really good.
We got a good comment in our Facebook chat. Facebook is really lit up tonight. He said he's asking you, Ryan, where's your SEC title and natty from last year? Just
we didn't
curious.
win it last year. Alabama won it last year.
I know.
So, I mean, Alabama was the best team in the nation last year. They blew out everyone they played, except for one team. Who is that one team they didn't absolutely blow out? Huh.
Well, I've got.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Florida.
My finger's on the toilet flush here. And people are wanting to know why I'm letting you on and why I let you run this long. Because I kind of like you.
Because I'm the best caller you've ever had.
I kind of like you. You've come out to the tap house. You've hung out with us. You talk smack. But at the end of the day, you're still my little brother. So that's
your
what.
Little brother. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and flush him. Okay. The stink is still around, though, Billy. The stink is still around. I'm going to read some YouTube. Sven thinks Ryan's crazy. Chase says Ryan is delusional. And I did flush him, Chase. Sven brought up a point to Ryan, said Ole Miss was the closest, not Florida. But Chase says I like him, but flush him. That's some good comments. Anything going on over there on Facebook, Billy, before we get out of here, unless we got a caller? Yeah, we got a caller calling in.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, not really. I mean, just talking about Ryan.
Oh.
Jenny said, why does he even listen to this show?
He's a good kid. He's a freshman. He'll always be a freshman. He gets so mad. He gets so mad when I call him freshman. All right, we got Sam Bell. We're going to let him take us on out, get him a minute or two on here. What you got, Sam?
What's up, Catfish? What's up, Billy Ratliff?
What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good about you.
You said you want to talk about Green Devil football. Are they going to be good this next year? In Greenville?
Yeah. Listen, dude. Fag it. Man, I picked you guys to be undefeated last year, and you came up short.
Yep.
I'm thinking to myself, Greenville's going to be better this year. Because we're taking on the team that's right, down the road, past Farragut, Oak Ridge.
Yep.
And Greenville is going to wipe the floor with Oak Ridge during the football season at home in Greenville.
That'll be a big game. It'll be a big game.
Yeah, and Greenville's going to be going undefeated this year. I'm sorry, Farragut, you're not. So pack your bags when you get beat, then holler back at me later.
Oh, well, I'm excited about high school football. Greenville's always had a good team, and BVD loves them Greenville Green Devils. But we're running
Well, I'm
over.
not going to talk about Tennessee football. I really don't give a care about Tennessee football right now. They're not impressing me right now.
Well, they're our boys, and I ain't giving up on them.
Is this coach legit, Catfish, or not?
I don't
Of
know.
the head coach at UT. Is this guy legit?
I don't know. We'll find out. But I know one thing.
I wish we got Gus Malzahn.
Didn't Gus go to UCF?
Yeah,
I think I
wish
saw an
Tennessee
article
wouldn't hired him.
where UCF got the better coach and we got UCF's coach or something like that. I said, oh, come on.
Yeah, why do we didn't get Gus Malzahn than this guy?
We'll find out. All right, Sam, you tell BVD to not tear up Greenville too long, but we got to get off this call. We're ending the show, and I appreciate you calling in. And you email me, Sam, at bobbyc@volunteerroadshow.com, and I'll send you one of those double-decker bags for being a caller. Can you remember Bobby C at Volunteer Roadshow?
Double-decker bags?
It's like a little backpack. It's a little backpack we sell. I'm gonna give you one, unless you don't want it.
Let me think about it, and I'll get back to you on that.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
Let me think about it, and I'll get back to you.
All right, stay safe up there in Greenville.
I'll talk. Well, I'm down in Knoxville, son.
Oh, I thought you was in Greenville.
Oh, well, my parents dropped me off going to the beach, but that's another story for another time.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you stay safe, buddy. All right, I believe that's going to be our last caller. We got anybody else? Let's see. Eric White, I don't know where I found that caller. Sam's been watching us for a while. Anybody else want to call up and talk Tennessee football? I'm going to be back in Knoxville on Sunday night. We're going to be filming some videos, and we got some new announcements for this coming week. A new show that might be coming on board. Billy and I are going to meet with them. What else you got, Billy? Do you got anybody? Let me tell you where my bet now is before we go. I think I made a couple bucks. I had 37 in there the other day, and I had a stone cold lock I put some money on. Let me see if I won.
Did you win?
I don't know. I'm fixing to find out.
What was it?
I lost. Dang. I'm down to 32.
That quick.
I need some help for this week.
Hey, I give you one. Let me see. Let me just flip a coin. Take Cali Baptist tonight.
Who?
+9.
Let me look this up. I had it up over 100 one time.
I'm telling you, take Cali Baptist.
All right, California Baptist +9 over Grand Canyon. All right. This better win me some money.
And 9 points. And if you want some quick money, take Philadelphia to cover -3.5 first half.
Who they playing?
Let's see. They play the Bulls tonight. That's
Well, let me look that up. You said the first half on the Philly game?
Yeah.
All right. It's -3.5 with the Bulls. You say take that?
You said it's 4.5? Man.
3.5. 3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Yeah, take 3.5.
All right. I'm gonna
3.5, and if you want to, I would take the Clippers to beat the who they play. They're playing the Jazz. The Jazz are the hot team right now. I would take the Clippers to beat the Jazz tonight.
Just straight up win.
I'll take them straight up, but safe. Take the points. 5.
All right, let me see what it is here. All right. Yeah, 5. So take the Clippers and get 5 points.
Yeah, I like the Clippers.
All right, I'm gonna put a couple bucks on that. Really, just $2.
But my big play is gonna be Cali Baptist.
All right, y'all heard it. Help you with your rent. Make some rent money. Let's see if I'm gonna get some shout outs over here. B Hunter says Florida hasn't won anything since Tebow. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong, B Hunter. I'd go down that road, Ryan. I'll go down that road. Anyway, Dub says, night, y'all. Have a good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Don't forget all the ways to win that big canvas behind Billy. And if you need help staying warm, call Blue Water Climate Control. We'll be glad to come help you out. You can book your service online at bluewaterclimatecontrol.com. Click dispatch, and you'll get your confirmation text and a text when the technician is on the way. Or you can call them if you want. 865-299-2290. They may still be able to giving away. They still may be giving away the 20 free furnaces. I need to check with Jeremy. But if you're needing a free furnace, call them up and say you saw on Volunteer Roadshow where they were giving away 20 free furnaces.
Speaking of Blue Water Climate Control, they actually will be out here on Monday, Bobby, to do follow up and see if everything's still working properly.
Got to keep that studio nice and toasty. How cold is it there right now?
It's cold. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not as cold as it is in the South. I mean, I can't believe it's been like in Mississippi. It was snowing at my mom's house.
How much snow did she ended up getting?
I mean, I don't know exactly how much they got. I know they got a couple of inches down there, and that's just unheard of down there.
Yeah.
And then California was 70 degrees this past week.
Yeah, my buddy lives out there in California. He was running air conditioning in the car.
I was like, are you serious? That's the what I want. I'll take 70 to 80 every day of the week.
Yeah,
you can keep anything higher. This cold weather, I don't care for it. I mean, everybody likes to see the snow and all that. I don't want no snow, no ice. I do like the 4 seasons, but if there is a season that I highly dislike, it is winter.
Yep. Well, anyway, y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. I don't care what Billy says. I don't care what Bob from North Georgia says. Anybody in the comments. Billy's going to know I've been there. I promise you that.